I'm sure that you've noticed, or I hope that you noticed, that I'm all dressed up tonight, because tonight is our final show of 2016, and also because I scheduled my annual Eyes Wide Shut orgy afterward. By the way, don't forget, if you're attending, the password is Yes, and that's a capital O, please, don't forget. Now, here at The Daily Show, because we hate ourselves, we have an annual tradition of looking back at the year that was. And 2016 is a year that'll stay with us forever, like herpes. This was the year that started with Zika and then went bad. You realize if Harambe had lived, he would have killed himself. But let's be honest, 2016 wasn't the worst year. It was only bad for some people. If we're honest about it, it was bad for some people, you know? Like, if you were black, then this was a bad year for you. But for everyone, okay, and if you were Muslim, it was a bad year for you as well. And if you were a woman, I can admit, pretty bad. And if you were from the transgender community, then as well, you as well. Refugees and immigrants, pretty much but not everyone, but everyone. Other than that, everyone had a good year. Oh, and polar bears and animals in general, really bad year. So yeah, good year all around. And tonight, with the help of the whole Daily Show team, we celebrate the end of 2016. To kick things off, please welcome Desi Lydic, everybody.
Trevor, you're right. 2016 was the stinky end of a baboon's ass. And if there's one thing it will be remembered for, it was the year of the breakup. And we can't talk about breakups without mentioning the big one, when two world powers abandoned all diplomatic efforts and declared an end to their partnership. What the hell, Brangelina? Talk about a bombshell! Although, to be fair, we suspected there was trouble when they adopted a lawyer from Burbank. Moving on. This was probably the ugliest breakup of the year, when America decided to split from decency. You know, I thought those two were gonna last, but then a smooth-talking, copper-plated gargoyle showed up, and America just lost it.
Hail Trump! Hail our people! Hail victory!
Hey, Trump! Trump all the way! Because black lives don't matter. There ain't no proof.
Trump is president, asshole, so you can kiss your visa goodbye, scumbag.
Donald Trump is your president. Every goddamn one of you. If you don't like it, too bad.
Yeah, and that video didn't even show the worst part. That guy brought a tuna sandwich on the plane. Like I said, no decency. But you can't argue that the breakup that started it all was Brexit, which sounds a lot less like a geopolitical catastrophe and more like a gluten-free toddler in Brooklyn. Brexit, what did I say about Fakasha? That's your sister, you be nice to her. By the way, Brexit is a pretty dignified name for such an embarrassing event. I mean, why don't I get that? Why don't the newspapers call it Des-parture instead of local woman kicked out of wine bar? Also, I wasn't selling drugs, okay? I was trading them for cash. Trevor?
You need help, Desi. For more news, we turn to Hasan Minhaj, everybody. Hasan Minhaj! Hasan, man, what were your thoughts on the year we call 2016?
2016 was awesome, man. Here are my 3 biggest 2016 headlines. Coming in at number 3. Could you believe Hillary Clinton sold weapons to ISIS? How did she manage to send bombs to ISIS and bomb her own campaign here at home? Boom, give it to me up top, right? Yep.
Hasan, that story wasn't real.
Totally. It was unreal. But not as unreal as my number 2 story, when reporters dug up an old quote where Donald Trump said, and I quote, "If I were to run, I'd run as a Republican. They're the dumbest group of voters in the country."
Hasan, I'm gonna cut you off right there. That news story is also false, man. I don't think your sources are credible.
They are incredible, Trevor. Especially my number 1 story of 2016, Pope Francis himself endorsing Donald Trump.
All of those news stories are completely fake. You're talking about fake news, man.
Oh, yeah. All this stuff is made up. These stories are faker than my Air Gordons. And sure, they melt when it rains, but no one cares. Just like no one cares about whether the news is real or fake. Look at Facebook. Just before the election, the top 5 fake news stories were more popular than the top 5 real news stories.
Yeah, but Hasan, I don't understand. If fake news is everywhere now, then how do we fight back?
Fight back. Embrace it, Trevor. Come January, Donald Trump is gonna be our president. The next 4 years are gonna be so f***ed up, we're gonna be begging for fake news.
That's a good point.
Because the real news will actually be unbelievable.
Hasan Minhaj, everybody. You make a good point, my friend. Thank you so much. For the year in sports, let's turn to Roy Wood Jr., everybody. Roy Wood Jr. in the house. What's up, Roy?
Trevor, this was the year that everything was political, and sports was no exception. Let's start with Colin Kaepernick. This dude put his ass on the line for civil rights, and he was so good at it. Like, most of us, just to get notice to a cause, we have to take to the streets or block traffic or join a group text and learn a chant. Kaepernick just refused to stand. That's brilliant. That's a game changer. Look. I'm protesting right now.
What are you protesting, Roy?
Black. I'm fed up. But it wasn't just Kaepernick. Even the Super Bowl halftime show got political. Beyonce reminded y'all she was black, and some of y'all couldn't handle it. Hell, they were so shell-shocked, they had to call in some emergency whiteness to offset Beyonce's blackness. To bring in the Coldplay, emergency Coldplay. 718. This is not a drill. Next time Bruno Mars does the Super Bowl, I can guarantee you, man, if he get too black, they gonna hit a button, Mitt Romney gonna pop out the floor with a tambourine.
Yeah, but Roy, all right, you can't tell me that every single sports story was political this year.
Oh, really? Even my team, Trevor, the Cubs, Trevor. Nate Silver said they had the same chance of winning as Trump. Then the Cubs won, and I couldn't even enjoy myself because all I was thinking about was, yay, the Cubs won! Oh, God, Trump's the president. Look, I get that politics and sports are never going to be totally separate, but if it's going to be in my sports, then it's got to be in all the sports. When Michael Phelps get in the pool, I want to see him doing the black stroke. I don't know what that is, but sounds right. Tennis players, look at tennis. All they do is yell anyway. You might as well say something and make it count. Stop and frisk. Electoral college. Bring back the McRib.
Whoa. Why is the McRib political?
Trevor, pork is a very divisive meat.
Roy Wood Jr., everybody. Roy Wood Jr. I don't know why the McRib has to come into it. Now, 2016 was another banner year for the internet. Unfortunately, that banner usually said, "You've been hacked, comrade." But to look back at some of the biggest social media trends of 2016, we turn to our senior social media correspondent, Ronnie Chang, everybody.
Thanks, Trevor. Thank you. Thanks, Trevor. 2016 was the year of the stupid internet challenge. Let's start with the biggest one, the mannequin challenge. Yeah, the challenge of not moving while someone takes a video of you. Congratulations, idiots, you just invented the photograph. How did this lazy-ass flash mob start? It's like, hey guys, let's find a way for people with no talent to get famous on the internet, okay? Trust me, you don't even have to move for this one. That's how this year was. Standing still for 10 seconds without crying is now an official challenge. The worst part, this mannequin crap wasn't even the dumbest challenge of the year. Oh no, that award goes to the backpack challenge. Kids walking down hallways having backpacks thrown at their heads? That's not a challenge, that's high school, all right? Yeah, it happened to me every day. I didn't trend once. And finally, the viral internet phenomenon that is the water bottle challenge.
Oh, I got it!
That last video was from a high school talent show. I know, look at the reaction. Every dance troupe there must have been like, what the f***? I've been training for a year. By the way, you know where that talent show did not take place? Flint, Michigan. Exactly. Yeah, because right now, Flint is like, hey, how about flipping some of those bottles this way? Yeah, because here, every day is a water bottle challenge. You flipping No. In fact, from now on, there is only one person who is allowed to do any challenge. And I don't know his name, but he's from Brazil. Yeah, that's right. See? That's viral. That's viral. But the rest of you, enough with these easy, attention-seeking internet challenges, please.
No, Ronnie, I'm sorry. I feel like you're hating, man. The water bottle challenge is real. That's hard. It's not easy. Here, I'll give you a bottle. Here, I got a bottle of water here. You try to do it. It's not easy.
What, are you challenging me right now?
I'm challenging you to do the water bottle challenge.
Oh, yeah,
it's not, do it. Come on. Do the water bottle challenge, Ronnie.
Oh, do it. Look at me. Look how hard this is. Oh, my God. Am I going to be an internet superstar?
Do it. Let's see.
If I nail this?
Let's see. Do it.
Oh, look, it's a water bottle challenge. Whoa. Oh.
Yeah, you see?
Wait, give me one more chance. One more try.
It's a lot harder than it seems.
Okay, stop giving me pressure. Okay, 1 second. Boom! Yeah, that's right. Are you filming that? Did you film that? Post that right now. We're going viral. Yeah. That's right.
We're all very happy for you, Ronnie Chang. Hey there, thanks for watching. If you like that video, click below to subscribe, or click here to delete the internet. Yes, you found the button. Please be careful. Delete the entire internet right here.